Should be live in about 20, right now, actually. Should be live now. Hey, you're the first one to comment in the chat. Look at you. All right. Give me a second. All right, welcome everyone. I'm Savon Smith, founder of Savon's Academy Stars, which is a basketball program with the city of Royal Palm Beach in West Palm Beach. Founded that program in 2009, and I named this organization Founding Players after the players that I started the Savon's Academy Stars basketball program with. I wanted to give those guys credit for the opportunity that they've given me from age 7 to be able to use basketball to teach them and develop them on and off the basketball court. And I thought, what a great idea to name this organization Founding Players after those guys and to teach them financial literacy. So we are a financial literacy program, and we like to teach about investment and managing your money. So with that being said, welcome, and we hope that we could be of benefit to everyone who's watching us. If you don't mind, Alan, could you introduce yourself? Alan?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, technical issues. All right, my name's Alan. I am a licensed realtor, and I also have 15 years experience in banking. And I've been investing for the past, I would say, 10 years or more, back and forth, but now I'm actually taking it a little bit more serious. So, yep, that's where I'm at.
Okay. Well, tonight, we won't run down the line. Whenever we get a chance and we all have an opportunity to speak, we'll just introduce ourselves at that moment. But for now, we have Anthony. Anthony is our special guest today. Anthony, you can go ahead and introduce yourself and just let us know, what you do and what you intend to share with us tonight.
All right, it's my pleasure being on with you guys. Can you hear me good?
You're very, very, very low.
Can you hear me better now?
A little bit. May you have to go up a little bit more.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, great. This mic I got. All right, guys. It's nice to meet everybody here. My name's Anthony. I'm currently 21 years old. I'm also a licensed realtor in the state of Florida. Um, I day trade currently. I'm currently in the process of trying to get a funded account with my partner that I also brought on with Tyreke. And we also have a credit repair company as well. Um, and we're trying to do a little bit of wholesaling real estate, trying to acquire some investment properties, things like that. Just pretty much everything to do with financial literacy within credit, real estate, day trading, things like that. So we're all indulge in all of those financial aspects. So I'm here to talk about everything with you guys. Feel free to ask any questions.
Awesome. And before we get back to you, Tyreke, why don't you introduce yourself, as well?
All right, hello everybody. My name is Tyreke. Just like Anthony said, I'm a day trader. I trade the foreign exchange market. I trade a little bit of crypto, a little bit of indices. I like to try everything out. I also just started a credit repair company a couple of months ago. That's going well. I'm learning more about credit every day and how, it's pretty much the key to everything. Once you have good credit, you can almost do anything. And I'm also doing a little bit of wholesaling on the side, trying to get my feet into that too. But that's all I got going on for me right now. But I'm just on here to learn with everybody and learn and get some new knowledge.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So we're gonna get started. We'll start with myself, and then Alan, I want you to, just let us know how your week went, and I'll let you guys know how my week went. Well, this week, as we know, it's been bloodbath on the stock market in recent weeks. They've been a little bit of upside, and I've never sold anything at all. I made sure I kept my shares. Didn't really buy any of my any additional shares that I was holding, but I bought new companies that me and Alan researched. So we have some new companies that we've shared with our YouTube as well. And I'm not sure if Alan have any more new ones. I think he probably do. He always does. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he will. So he will share some new plays with you guys. And Alan, you're on the spot. So if you haven't, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think you did. So again, I did not sell much, and I was down, quite a big amount, but I gained that back, and I've noticed that it's going to probably triple from how I see the stocks moving. So that's a blessing, to be able to be patient and not jump ship. And I want to share that with you guys that, patience can really get you far. And I've used it in the last year on the stock market, and it's helped me a great deal, to gain a lot of money, just to share that with you guys. So before we get started, I'm going to go over this. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. This video is not financial advice. You can lose money invested into the stock market. You are liable for any losses that you incur from investing in the stock market. I shall not be held liable for any losses you may incur while investing or trading on the stock market. Contact your licensed financial professional in your area for professional advice. Thank you. With that being said, Alan, anything to say before we let Anthony share his day trading and Tyreke share their day trading information with us?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I need a few more minutes.
Okay. All right. Josh, if you don't mind, you want to just listen in, or do you have anything to share with us?
I mean, I'm here just listening right now, but if there's anything you'd like me to share about, I can go ahead and speak on kind of my experience with day trading. and the knowledge that I've learned, over the past year or so.
Okay, would you like to do that now, or would you like to do that after listening to Anthony and Tyreke?
Yeah, I could go ahead and do that now. In the meantime, while we wait. So basically, my name is Josh. I'm a former player of Savon's Academy. Not one of the originals, but one of the ones that have come along with him from playing basketball. I've been day trading basically the Forex market and the stock market for a little bit over a year now. And basically just the same thing that Savon was going over was patience and just waiting it out on the stock market, not, panic selling and potentially losing profit beforehand. Another thing that I've recently learned is how, the Forex market and the stock market, they correlate and go hand in hand with each other, because the Forex market is all about currency. So the stock market, deals with currency and stuff like that. So you can predict some of the actions that the stock market is going to have off of reading, the NAS 100 and those mainly focused different those stockbrokers through Forex. So that's one cool tip and trick that I learned recently, is to use the Forex market to kind of to see how the stock market's going to react for the next following week. Because like you said, the month of February and the beginning of March was pretty much a bloodbath for those who were trading the stock market earlier. So that was one thing that I learned from that. Honestly, it's just really patience and just consistency, keeping up with it, and just not giving up on yourself when it comes down time to it, and just staying locked in with it. To be honest, that's what I've come to learn, and what I continue to learn and keep doing.
Great, Josh. One of the things so far that I love about what we got going on here, and specifically tonight, is we have you young men, that's here, and we need some young women as well, which I do have, a few that's not on right now, but I'm definitely proud to be listening to young men who are the future, just talking about how they have their own business at age 21. And Josh, how old are you?
I'm 22.
22. So, I mean, at age 21, 22, and, my son who's on here, he's also 21. And, everyone is just amazing, man, to see you guys starting at such a young age, and times have changed, because a lot more people has opportunities to just do so much better, than we've done in the past, to be honest. It's like when I taught my son how to play basketball, listen, he's supposed to be better than me. So, we're supposed to lead the way for the next generation to come and be better than us, and that's what I want to see here. I want to teach, and that way you guys can be smarter than I am and be able to pass it on. We need to build generational wealth. When we're gone, it needs to continue. So I'm proud. Definitely proud.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so Anthony, we're going to turn things over to you, man.
All right, sounds good. Can you hear me good now?
Still very low.
Okay, what about now?
Yes.
Okay, much better. All right, so I guess it's just up to me now. So get creative enough to figure out how to do it. So I'm gonna probably share my screen with you guys and show you guys my trading view.
Okay. Got you.
I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. Host disabled. Participation. You have to allow me to share my screen.
Oh. All right. Let's see. Where do I go here? That's live stream. More. I'm trying to figure out live, man, how to allow you.
Let me see. Try to go to settings in the top right, maybe.
I figured it out. You okay. Try now.
All right.
Hopefully I figured it out.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, sir. Don't play with me.
All right, we in there like somewhere. All right. All right. So, right, you can see the line.
Yes.
Okay, so the line is Tyreke's Credit Report Company. We're actually business partners on this. So if you know anybody interested in actually needing to get their credit repaired, you can send them to this website, and just you guys can DM me on Instagram and let them know that you referred somebody, and we'll pay $100 referral fee for anybody that signs up. So that's just human income, guys. If you guys just want to refer somebody.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, so where do I start? So what do you guys want to know? Do you guys want to know what Forex is, like basically how it's calculated, or you guys just want to learn the nitty gritty, the truth of how to really just do what it takes to really make money?
Yeah, we want to learn the truth of what it takes to make money.
Okay. All right. So let me clean my charts here. All right. All right. So if you can see, I'm on a daily time frame, right? This is something called tradingview.com. I don't know if you're aware of TradingView. You guys use TradingView for stocks?
No, I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I use it to watch all of my stock plays and my Forex plays.
Yeah, to do your markups and your analysis for the week.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good that you know it. And Savon, I'm gonna basically explain to you how I use it and to my advantage and to help me out with my trading week. Trading is super simple. It's really not complicated at all. I'm gonna give you guys the basic fundamentals here, just provide some free value for you guys. So basically all I do, and most traders do, we use something called support and resistance. That's what you would call a confluence. So all support and resistance is average of areas where price has touched a specific point. So if you see right here, price continue to respect this point here. So I'll consider that resistance. Resistance meaning a roof and support meaning a floor. So this is like a roof area, like price couldn't break through this area. So every time price comes to around this specific area here, price seems to want to go the other way. It seems some sort of resistance. Price is not just gonna walk on by it. It's gonna go by and it's gonna say, okay, this is a specific area, so we're gonna either have to go the other way, or we're gonna either have to break through, or we're either gonna have to consolidate. But this is what I would consider like a major key area, and it looks like his price is coming down to another major key area, which is around this area here. So I probably won't trade for like the first day. I probably won't trade tomorrow or today, depending on what price does at this point. So I would see here that I would consider this area another support and resistance area, just because support and resistance area is basically an average of areas where the wicks touch. A wick is basically the line where price, the line candle where that line goes. That's a wick. Support and resistance is a median, an average of those areas. Simple as that. Do you get that so far?
Yep, definitely. The candles, so that looks like a candle, and then the thing in between is the wick.
No, the thing in between is the body of the candle, and the line that goes, that moves, this little line, is that we would call the wick.
Some people know it as a shadow.
Say that again?
Or some people know it as a shadow, you know, like if you read like Candlestick Bible, things like that, they refer to those wicks as like shadows of you know, exhaustion points pretty much. It just shows, you know, whichever bias, if it's going up and you see that long wick, it means that the buyers are getting exhausted. So start looking for confluence for, you know, the opposite trend. Oh, yeah, bias.
It sounds like Sean. Is this Sean?
Yeah, Sean.
Glad to have you on, brother. So,
yes, sir.
Sean is a partner of mine that he also trades Forex. He's involved fully deeply in the trading community. So these are really two of my closest trader friends that I have on this chat with you guys here tonight.
Okay.
All right. So Yeah, shadows, wicks. It's all really like different vocabulary words, but they're all really the same thing. You know, some people call it's like kind of like a car. They all get you from point A to point B, but there's BMWs, there's Mercedes, there's Toyotas, there's so it's all the same thing, but people call them different things. So same thing with the wick, shadow, support and resistance. Some people call it. It's a lot of different names that people have for it, but trading is so simple. Sometimes you can get confused in the different terminologies and vocabulary words that people may use to the point where you get overwhelmed. But trading is not complicated at all. I would say it's mainly 90% psychology and 10% just trading.
Okay.
All right, so we'll do this on a daily time frame, meaning each candle represents a day. That's what that means. So for the past 3 days, this pair has been going, GBP USD has been going down for the past 3 days to this support area. Now, it can either come back and go back up, or it can either come back and break through this area. But we would have to see. I highly doubt price is gonna break through the area. Price may break through just a little bit to fake people out, to get people into sales, and then it's gonna stop them out. Because if you look at the overall direction, what does this market look like it's doing in the overall, in the bigger picture?
Going up.
Exactly. Well, that's from Tyreke. I know you know, but what is it?
It's like he said, you see an uptrend.
Exactly. It's a clear uptrend on a daily structure, on a daily time frame. So once we identify what this trend is doing on a higher time frame, like the daily, the weekly, if you can't identify it on a daily, sometimes you may need to go up to the weekly, if we can't see what it's doing. Okay, cool. So okay, price, okay, it's been going up quite some weeks now, and it's like it's certain resistance level on this weekly area. But that's you can sell it, potentially sell, but I won't say sell because at the same time, these are weekly candles. You know what I'm saying? We're not trading long term. If you're a day trader, you're in a trade for a couple hours and you're out. So if you try to sell when price is just trying to go up to retest this little resistance area, you're going to be in some trouble. You're going to lose some money because you have to identify which direction the trend is going in your particular time frame and for your style of trading. So if we go down to the 4-hour, you just get a better, finer example. So exactly what I talked about on the daily. As the price comes to this level here, and it kind of stuts a little bit, it kind of just jerks a little bit, kind of slows down and rejects, right? So price came back and it went right back up, went up, came right back down, came up, went back, right back down. What do you think it's going to do right here? What are the odds? Trading is a game of probabilities. You never know exactly what trading is going to do, right? All you have to do is manage your money correctly. So say, for example, if you want to make, it's not even about what you want to make. First, you have to be willing to accept what you're going to lose before you can make anything. It's better to be a little bit pessimistic than optimistic in trading, because you will get your feelings hurt if you think, oh, yeah, I'm going to go on here, I'm going to make so and so. You're going to get your feelings hurt because the moment you lose one time, you're going to cry. You're going to want to quit. You're going to be like, oh, yeah. That's how it works. So you know what? Let's say I'm willing to lose a certain amount, then you would have to go ahead and use this tool right here. I have a complete guide of. I'm going to drop a course soon. It's so much to explain, but it's so simple at the same time. So let's say here, if you just want to risk, put your stop loss to below the lowest wicks, which is right here. Let's say we're going to risk 52 pips. We're going to target this area here because we feel like price is going to come back to this area again, because we're going to go based off of what price has done in the past. We can only go based off of what price has done in the past. We can't predict the future. We can only go based off of probabilities and what has been reoccurring in history, right? So price has kept going up, going down, going up, going down, going up, going up. Why would it just automatically go down here? And even if it does decide to do that, this is why you have stop to protect your capital. And this is why you have a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, which means it's a 3. It means here I'm risking 52 pips to make 168. That's 3 times my risk. So if I'm risking $500 within this amount, I'm going to be making at least 500, 1,500 on this trade. Now, let's say, for example, I take one of these trades and I win, and I hits my take profit, and I'm up 1,500, and I lose 2 of them back to back, and I lose 2 of them back to back. I'm still going to be up in profit because I only risk $500 each time. Let's say I risk $500 each time. And each of my trades are at least a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio, which means I'm going to be making 3 times what I'm risking. I could lose 2 times and win 1 time and still be profitable for the whole entire week.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that is very important to understand. This is where sometimes I even don't even do this and I know it, and I would like lose a trade and I can blow an account or do some things because I simply didn't stick to my plan. In trading, all you have to do is listen to what a person knows, like a person that knows what they're talking about is telling you, and stick to that plan and you will be successful. It's that simple. All right, let me do
Yeah.
this. But we're human, we overcomplicate things.
Yes, definitely.
So once we see this on a 4 hour time frame, let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. Just to get a better, once we know, we know what the overall direction is, right? We already seen the bigger picture and we drew our support and resistance on the big time frame. So look, we know if price comes back down here, it has the potential to reverse again, right? And the smaller the time frame you go, the more noise you're gonna see. And when I say noise, I mean more candles and craziness. And because a new beginner may come down to the 15-minute or even the 5-minute and be like, they don't know what's going on. They'll be like, oh, what's going on? Like, what the heck? I can tell you what price is just dancing. But see, that's the thing. You don't know what you don't know. So this is why you have to buy a course and invest in yourself. So once you go up to a higher time frame, cancel out all the drama, all the noise, and you see the true structure of the market. You see exactly what the market is going to do. You get a great probability, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this looks so much more clear and understandable compared to the 15-minute, 5-minute. Right? So once you do that up, the zones here are expected, as you can see. Now, what you would want to do for entry is you would just want to wait for. It's like so much things you want to wait for. It's confluences. You can use moving averages right here to tell you when to buy, when to sell. When price goes below the moving average line, that means sell. When price goes above it, that means buy it. So certain things that you can use, but you never want to strictly depend on one thing when you're trading, because that's why you want to have something called multiple confluences, meaning, okay, I see it's at a support, that's one confluence. Okay, it's above moving average, that's a second confluence. Okay, I seen an engulfing candlestick, a certain type of candlestick that signifies to me that the price is going to reverse, that's another confluence. Maybe a little Fibonacci, you may learn Fibonacci. Oh, I see it's at the Fibonacci retracement zone, that's another confluence. Okay, prices in the uptrend, prices at a support and resistance and a good uptrend, and price is going to go up now. That's another confluence. So for each, when you trade, before you take any trade, you want to make sure you have at least 3 of those, at least 3 confluences. You can use your MA, you can use your SMAs. See if it's below the red, that means sell. If you would have sold right here, you would have made, let me tell you how much pips you would have caught. You could have caught, look at that. That's really good. 87 pips. You could have caught 87 pips, and it says 1 hour and 15 minutes. That literally took 1 hour to play out.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on the size of your account, your pip size, your lot size, let's just say, for example, you're risking $1 per pip. You would have made $88 in 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, for example, you're risking $100. You would have made $8,800 in 1 hour. So it's completely based on your account size. So this is why me, Tyreke, and a couple of my partners, or our blueprint is get a funded account. We know companies that'll give you up to 200,000 of their capital to trade for them. Now, if we have typically when we have those size accounts, what we do is we risk 0.5% or 1%. 1% of 100,000 is, what is that? I think $1,000. So if we're risking $1,000, and most of our trades is, like I said, 1 to 3 risk to reward. When risking 1,000 to make 3,000, we could have literally did 1 hour here. We could have made $3,000 in 1 hour off of this trade here. And this MA gives us so many of these trades in a day. So the potential for this thing for trading is, honestly, the truth is unlimited. It's just you are your only limit. So that's honestly how it is. That's how I see the market. As simple as that. Trading is nothing more than that. That's just the basics of it. But before you even get to this point and to even be able to trade here, you have to set up an account, learn how to transfer crypto to your wallet, then to your live account, and then understand the lot size, understand how to utilize a stop loss, and how to set up your take profit, how to set up your MetaTrader 4. It's kind of like getting in a car. Driving a car is so simple, but before you could even get behind the wheel, you got to go to the DMV, get your registration, get your insurance. You got to do all of that. So that's exactly like anything else. That's what trading is teaching me. Everything is a process. It's not complicated, but it takes a lot to get to that point. So with that being said, that's my simple technique for it. I hope I provided some value to you guys. I hope I open up your mind a little bit. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me, or you can DM me on Instagram. I'm gonna actually type my Instagram up here so you guys can either screenshot if you want or anything. FX Ambition is my Instagram. All right, so did I provide some value for you guys today?
Yes, definitely, man. From what I drew from it, which I was doing Forex for a little while. You know, I still have it on my phone. I do my little practice here, and all I've done. I haven't done it lately, and probably in the last month and a half, I really haven't done anything with Forex. You know, but I was doing pretty well with it. You know, and you could see some similarities between this and the stock market as well. You know, so you're going over, you know, what you're going over, you can pretty much almost equal it to the stock market, you know.
It's completely the same thing. I have some stocks. I believe I have some stocks here. I think because I do want to get involved into stock market, like trading on Thinkorswim and things like that. Um, but it's really the same thing. This is called technical analysis, and fundamental analysis is like going based off of news. So I go based off of price action. Technical analysis is just price action and trading what you see within the market with your eyes and your knowledge of what you have. So same thing with the stock market, but it's a little bit more fundamental as well, saying, hey, this company's going public, this company's going to do this company's going to do that. With Forex, you don't get any of that. It's just like, hey, this president's going to speak in this country at this time, so you better watch out for the news. That's pretty much all you get for Forex. But for stocks, you can utilize this with fundamentals, and is there any stock that I can search for you guys to kind of like take a look at and break down real quick?
Is there?
I have one.
Yeah.
You looking at stocks or you looking at currency?
Give me a stock.
EB. Okay, E is in Edward, B is in Bob, O is in Oscar, N is in Nancy.
This right here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm just gonna like this is me personally here. So I'll come here, I'll go on a daily time frame, I'll take a look at what it's doing. I see a lot of gaps. It looks like it kind of just went public not too long ago, actually. I wouldn't buy now, actually, honestly, personally, because it looks like it's at its peak. So I'll wait to the next resistance. I would say probably somewhere like right here to $8.45 before I buy. You want to buy low and sell high. So that's just the basic of any business. But I see a little bit of support and resistance around this area here. So let me see. Based on the day frame on the weekly, it's not much data. So yeah, I would wait till price come back like down here before I make a move. Or you could, if you want, you could wait. If you really want to get in and you're desperate, are you like really confident that price is gonna go up on this particular stock? You can even get in, I would say, around this area here.
997.
You can get in here. Yep, 997. You can get in here for a buy. And if price drops more, you can buy more around here at $8.70. And if price continues to drop more, You can ultimately get in right here as well at 726. Price looks like it might be in a downtrend. Let me see what the MA says. Yeah, the MA says the MA is below. See, the price is below the moving average. It is, and we're getting for a buy now. But at the same time, if you notice, you can consider this support. Price touch here with the wick right here, right here. It also touches here, and also touches right here. So price can actually come right here and actually go up from this particular point.
I'm not to cut in, but I'm no financial advisor. Make that clear. I'm more on the side of what you just wrote down, that the price will probably come down at the 10-10 and then possibly go up from there. We don't know that for sure, but I'm more on the side of that. I'm not so sure that the price is going to come down to 870 or 726. I'm more on the side of it's going to pretty much be where it's at, come down a little bit and blast off.
Okay.
But again, I'm no financial advisor, but judging from what you're going through right here, all of those things are very, very possible.
Definitely.
Based off of the performance of, the cryptos, especially Mr. Bitcoin.
I actually got into that stock at $7.09.
Wow, you still in?
Yeah, I'm still in it.
Do you have an exit point, or is this long term?
It all depends on the news, because this company in particular, they create Bitcoin mining machines. So when the news come out that India is trying to ban Bitcoin, that news like that will make the stock drop. So I've been watching it, but I see this as possible long term.
For me, it's definitely long term. And the reason I say it's long term is because the crypto is not here yet. It's here, but it's not here. So I'm definitely long term on this opportunity.
Got you. Yeah, I don't even know much about that pair. What was that?
What was that? What was what?
The pair that I just drew up for you guys. Which one? What pair was that? What stock? It was a stock, right?
Oh yeah, that's a mining company. Alan.
Mining.
Yeah, that's a company that creates Bitcoin mining machines, and they actually sell the mining machines to other companies.
Okay, so they're not a mining company. They're selling the machines to the miners.
Correct.
And those machines are like 3,000 plus easily.
All right. So with that being said, that means that company is definitely going to be around for some time if that's what they're going to be manufacturing.
Yeah. Yep. Because that's a new wave, man. That's a new wave for sure. But that's pretty much my training for the night. For what I'm saying, pretty much. Does anybody have any particular questions about what I explained, or?
You sound low again.
Can you hear me right?
Yep.
Yeah, I was saying that's pretty much my training. Does anybody have any particular questions that they want to ask before I pass the mic on to Tyreke?
Well, I just want to tell you thank you for that wonderful breakdown, and you could definitely see the difference between the Forex and the stock market.
Definitely. And one more thing, the Forex is a lot more, I would say, more volatile. It's a lot more action. It's a lot more things going on. I would say, you can make money consistently in stocks, but it's always a move going on in the market. Always a move in the foreign exchange, always. And then this is actually a laid back pair. One of, like, not too laid back, but kind of laid back medium. It's something called US 30. US 30 is basically all of the stocks, all of the main stocks on Wall Street combined into one asset. And literally, it's crazy. Like, I know somebody, actually was with him the other day. he made $43,000. No, not 43,000, 430,000 off of US 30 in like a day. And he consistently goes in there and make 100 grand as he pleases. And he has two Lamborghinis, a Ferrari. Like, he's living good, you know. And he trades um, particularly US 30. And he started with Forex. He started trading this, and as his capital grew, some of you all may know who I'm talking about. His name's Q Banks. And he just trades, man. That's all he does, man. That's not all he does, but he's known for that, man. He's trust me, one of the top guys, man. And he doesn't touch stocks, only specifically just Forex.
Okay. You know, well, to each his own, right?
Yes, sir.
Quick question, Anthony. Does the Forex platform you use also have Bitcoin in there?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes, it does. Are you talking
And
about on the platform?
correct.
Well, yeah, this is just TradingView, so it has pretty much all the pairs. This is Bitcoin, BTC, USD.
Okay.
So,
And when you trade using your platform, you guys could have unlimited day trades? Like
Yeah,
it's no restriction?
no
yeah,
restrictions.
look at this trade that I drew up here on Bitcoin. I drew this up in trade. I drew this up maybe like I'd say about last week or 2 weeks ago. 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. I was risking, I think, like $100 to make like 300. So, and it hit my take profit, and then came right up, came back down a little bit. It's gonna continue to dance. You know, we all know Bitcoin is going up for the long term, but this platform is so amazing. You can literally see all the details, all the nitty stuff, like all the candles, everything down to even 5 minutes on Bitcoin. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, this platform is great. I recommend you guys try it out. It's called tradingview.com if you don't already have it.
I'm sorry, it's called tradingview.com?
Yeah, here's the name right here, tradingview.com.
All right, thank you.
Okay. All right, so on to who now?
We can do Tyreke or we can do Sean, whichever brother wants to actually speak and teach tonight.
I mean, I'm ready if you guys are down.
All right.
Okay, we ready and waiting. We ready and waiting.
All right, let me go ahead and share my screen. Oh, hold on. All right, so my trading style is kind of similar to Anthony's. You know, I go a little bit based off support and resistance zones and a little bit of liquid. I look for liquidity, which I'm not gonna dive too deep into it tonight because it gets a little complicated. But it's just basically following the money because the big banks, you know, they push the forex market. They have money to invest, and they kind of, in a way, control the market. And basically, what I do is I just find out where they enter at, and I just follow the money in a way. So all these blue boxes that you see on my screen are all trades that I've taken or entries that I've seen. So there's a buy right here, another buy right here, another buy, whole bunch of buys. Because this is all gold. And right now, I'm actually in a buy right now because market just opened up. I saw that price is falling. Price is coming down to this zone that I had marked up. And as you can see, I entered right here. I had no drawdown. I have about a 22 pip stop loss. And right now I am up about 11, 12, 13 pips around that. And I'm actually going to put my stop loss at break even right now because it's Sunday and I don't really like trading on Sundays that much. I will if I see a little opportunity, I'll scalp it because I'm more of a scalper intraday trader. I'll scalp, and if it looks good, I'll hold it throughout the day. But for this particular pair, gold is a little risky. Like, it moves fast. Like, for example, this let's see here. This drop right here. this whole candle, the gold fell 70, well, about 90 pips in 15 minutes. Like it moves fast. So if you don't know what you're doing on gold, you lose your money like that. So right now I already put my stop loss at break even because I'm looking to TP at about right here at the zone. As soon as it touches this area, I'm out. Like I'm calling it quit for the night. I'm done. I'll wait till tomorrow. But me personally, I stick to one or two pairs just to learn them very well and master them. I trade GU mainly. I've been trading GU for about a year now, strictly mainly GU. Every now and then I'll trade gold if there's no trading opportunities on GU. And on the weekends, every now and then I'll trade some Bitcoin. But for the most part, I stick to GU. Oh, and SPX too. But right now I'm doing the FTMO challenge to get a funded account. So right now I'm just focused on Forex pairs and gold. But for GU, just like Anthony said, I usually start on the 4-hour or the daily. I mark up my support and resistance zones. As you can see, price came up here a couple of times, failed to break through it. Same thing with down here. Price, let me delete that. 1 second. Same thing with down here. Price came down here, failed to break it. So as you can see, I'm looking for a buy down here too. I'm just waiting to see what price does once it actually touches this area. If we can get a nice bullish engulfing, and then I'll look for buys. That probably won't happen till around 3 a.m. But 1 second. Let me undo that. But yeah, honestly, trading is really simple. You just got to manage your risk because if you're only risking 1%, and you have like a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, you can lose back to back. You just need one, you just need that one win. And you just got to be strict with your trading. Like me personally, if I lose 2 to 3 trades, I'm done for the day. Like I'm not even gonna try to force another trade. I'll just walk away. I'll go take a nap. I'll go sleep. I'll go do something, eat some food, go work out. Just don't look at the charts and come back the next day with a fresh mind. Because you don't want to be that person who loses 2 trades, tries again, loses a third one, tries again, and then you're like, okay, let me try selling then. All right, it selling's not working. Let me try buying. And you're just gonna keep losing and losing. Next thing you know, you blew the whole account, and then you're feeling down for the week. So it's better to just, if you have two losses back to back or 3, call it quits. There's always tomorrow. The market's not going to go nowhere. It's always moving. As you can see, that especially GU doesn't really consolidate that much. When it does, it's usually gearing up for a big move. So as you can see, like right here, price was in this like little 60, 70 pip range. Some people look at this and say, oh, price is consolidating, but that's 50 pips back and forth. You could have scalped like 10 pips here and there. So there's always a traded opportunity, but you just gotta know what you just gotta know what you're looking for, basically. But let's see here. So I'm just gonna go over one trade that I took. That was pretty much a very easy trade, so to speak. Let me just go back and find it. This is it right here. All right. So let me show you guys exactly what I saw. Okay. So I opened up my trading view. Just delete that. It was about, I think it was like around 5 a.m. or so. It was like I get up early, look at the charts. And I saw that price fell down, shot back up. And it looks like, it's having some resistance right here. But overall, it looks like it's doing a retracement. So I pull out my Fibonacci tool, which, if you don't know, this is the best tool for trading. The Fibonacci sequence is kind of, they call it the blueprint for life, because you see it in she cells, the universe, you see it everywhere. And you can even use it in trading. So you put your tool from your low, from your recent high to your recent low if you're looking for sells. Oh, my bad. Let me just change that. All right. So from high to low, and as you can see, this is the area you're looking to enter at. From right here. Oh, actually, let me change the color of my fibs real quick. I have another wrong one. All right. So from here, here, and here, these 3 levels, that's where you're looking to enter. So since I'm looking for sells because price, is falling down, we're in a downtrend, price is retracing, I'm looking for sells. So my first entry would either be here, my second one would be here, and what I'm really looking for is right here, the 61%, the 0.618. So I would just wait pretty much. I would sit on my hands and wait. Some people, they like to take an entry here And if price goes up higher, take one here, and then they take one here, and their stop loss is ultimately up here. I just like to wait for it to hit the 61.8. I'll just set a little alert on TradingView. You can set alerts. If you go over to here, you just click that, add an alert. You can't do it because I'm in replay mode, but you add an alert so where if price comes up to that area, it sends you a ding, sends you a text message, an email. It can even send you a little call, a little phone call, let you know that price is at your area. So I'll set that. I'll go do whatever I got to do. Once I hear that ding, I'll come back, then I'll look. So what I look for was I saw this price going up. I put an alert up here, so I had my stop loss about up here, and then my TP was down at this zone. And then all I did was pretty much waited. As you can see, price dilly-dallied a bit, came up, hit my alert. My alert would have went off. I would have came over, saw it. I said, okay, price is at my area. I'm going to sell. I already accepted that I'm risking 23 pips to catch 76. I'm fine with that. Then boom, I'm in the trade. And then I just wait. Price played around for a bit. It fell immediately. Let's see here. Yeah, it fell about 24, 28 pips. And then price, did a little dance, kept going around, kept playing around, came back up again. You could have entered there again. And then melted one more time. I think it came down and hit TP. I'm like pretty sure it did. I don't remember if it did, but yeah, there you go. So it came all the way down, boom, TP hit. You could have even, if you didn't want to hold the trade for so long, because this trade took a while to play out. It took 14 hours and 30 minutes, but you'd have caught 90-ish pips in that time. It's not bad. You could have even gotten out here at 50 pips in 5 hours. So it's all about how much you're aiming for. You never want to even set your TP for too big because price isn't guaranteed to give you that many pips. A good rule of thumb when you're just starting out in trading is aim for 10 pips. Because as you can see, like 10 pips that's not a lot. I mean, it's not a lot of pips in the grand scheme of things, but you can make a lot of money with 10 pips. Because if you're throwing a standard lot and you're risking $10 per pip, 10 pips is $100. Price fell for 10 pips in 15 minutes. Like if you really want to scalp and you want to be precise or you just want to be in and out real fast, aim for 10 pips. If you're more relaxed and you don't mind waiting a bit longer, your patience is there. If you have good patience, good discipline, aim for more pips. But if you're just starting out, aim for 10 pips, risk 10 pips, have a nice one-to-one, learn the steps. You're going to take losses at the beginning. Everybody does. It's just a part of the game. You just got to make sure you learn from every loss you take. But let's see here. Let me just delete that.
So when I was doing 2 pips, I wasn't doing nothing.
Like 2 pips, like for your TP?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to aim for a little bit more. You could even aim for like 5. I know people who aim for 5 pips, 5 to 10 pips per trade. But I just say aim for 10 just so you can build that patience more. Because price will hit 5 pips really fast, but the thing is, you will hit your TP or you will hit 5 pips and it'll turn around and fly up 10 pips. So you gotta be patient, give it some room to breathe. You gotta understand that sometimes price might go back and forth, for hours before it finally starts actually moving. Because there's times where I enter a trade and I'll be in drawdown or I'll just be at break even for like 6 hours. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Is the market not moving or something? And eventually price finally starts picking up the pace and then it shoots like 60 pips.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so aim for like about 10 pips, have like a 5 to 10 pip stop loss. You'll be good.
Okay.
You just gotta learn to build that consistency and patience. Cause see, like right now, my GU buy that activated. It almost hit my stop loss. Like some people will see this and they say, oh, it's about to hit my stop loss. Let me move my stop loss down. Yeah, you could do that, but you just gotta, in the beginning, you gotta accept your risk. Like I already accepted that I'm risking 10 pips. So I already accepted that. I already know that, okay, I'm losing $100, if it's not a big deal to me. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm trying to get 30 pips. So I'm trying to make $300. And as you can see, my stop loss almost got hit, but price is going back up. So now I'm at about break even. And now I'm just gonna, once price flies up about 10 pips, I'm gonna put my stop loss at break even so I don't lose any money. And then I'm just probably gonna go to sleep, set my TP, and hopefully it hits. If it doesn't and it stops me at a break even, that's fine. I didn't lose anything. Like every trade should either end in a win, a small loss, or a break even. It should never be a big loss, because that means you didn't have risk management. If you're managing your risk, all your losses should be small, so that way all your wins outweigh your losses. That's all you got to make sure happens when you trade, is that your wins outweigh your losses. So like right here on gold, this candle, the 15-minute candle, just closed nice and bullish. So to me now, that's telling me that, okay, price is gonna keep flying back up, hopefully to around here. This is my TP1. My second TP is up here right now. Let me see how my trade is looking. I am up $400 right now, and I've been holding this trade since the Zoom for like about 50 minutes. So as you can see, man, the power of trading, I love it. Ever since I discovered it, I felt like I found a cheat code to life. I'm like, wow, why isn't everybody doing this? So let's see here. So this is up about 27 pips right now. I entered 2 positions. That's why I'm up so much. But right now my stops are break even. I honestly might even just take my profits soon, because I don't like holding on to trades, because I have this issue where I hold a trade too long sometimes and I'll be up $200, but because I didn't take my profit and I waited too long, I come back and I check on it again. Now I'm down $100. So you just got to know when to take your profit. You don't want to hold trades too long, and you don't want to hold them too short either. You just gotta find that sweet spot. Let's see here.
Bro, I struggle with the same thing, bro. Like,
Yeah, man.
you enter a trade, you should have your exit strategy already in your head.
Yep. Yeah, you gotta know when you're gonna exit with every trade.
Definitely agree.
Exact same thing happened to me on Thursday. I was up around 700 and change, and I stayed in. I didn't have an exit point, and by the time I blinked, I was only up around 275. So
Yeah, it happens to the best. Oh, it happens to the best of us, man.
yeah,
But as long as you don't end that trade out in a big loss, it's a win at the end of the day.
definitely.
So right now,
Just to jump in real quick, you see how, we have been focusing on stocks, and we're doing very well with it. But with you guys coming and actually breaking down, the charts and how Forex works, you could definitely see how it ties into the stocks. So working
Mhm.
together, man, teamwork makes the dream work, because
Yes,
I'm
sir.
actually seeing where, we can work together and help each other. We could help you guys with stocks, and you guys could help us with Forex, and it
Mhm.
goes hand in hand, because what you just broke down, Anthony, what you broke down previously, Anthony, about EBON, that Alan asked you about. I mentioned that I believe that it could stay around $10 and go higher, but we don't know. It could actually go down to that 7, and Monday it may go down to that 7. So again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I do believe it's definitely going to hit higher, and I think that's going to be a great investment, with what's about to happen. I'm no advisor, but I'm just a believer as well. And the world turns, and I've been seeing this happening over and over and over. So I do believe it's about to bounce, but it just may hit that $7 mark as well, like you mentioned, Anthony. Just to mention that. But together, man, teamwork makes the dream work, and I'm glad that you guys are on, and we want to keep this going.
Yeah, it's nice to be here.
No problem. And the fact that you guys are young, that just sells that. I'm a salesman, so this channel definitely will grow. Whatever you guys are doing, your business will grow. So together, man, we're gonna work this. So thank you guys.
No problem, no problem. But that's pretty much all I have for now. If anybody else want to take the floor, they can go ahead. Right now, I'm just in these 2 trades, hoping they'll play out for the night, and I'm just gonna relax and see what happens.
Well, Tyreke, thank you, man. You guys are very good at this.
No problem, man.
Record and say great teaching so far
Yeah.
from what I've seen from both of you.
I appreciate it. Well,
And if anybody wants to like hit me up for any questions or anything, that's my Instagram right here. I don't know how to make this bigger.
press settings and then type the number bigger. Yep.
There we go. All right, that's it right there. Tyography. But I do trading, credit repair, real estate, anything you guys want to talk about. To be honest, I'm always down to talk about it.
I wanted to say something real quick because me and Tyreke, we didn't really talk about it, but it's a company called FTMO.
Oh yeah.
Bro, you guys, man, we didn't do anything yet.
Yeah,
We
but
just got still. We have not accomplished nothing near what we want to accomplish. This is just the beginning. The beginning. This is the intro. The book didn't even start yet. So, you know what I'm saying? So, it's a company here called FTMO, and they'll give you up to, I believe, $400,000 of their capital to trade. Remember how we was going over risking 1%, 2%, and things like that, making 4%. Imagine making 4% on our $400,000 account in one day. Like, come on, like that's crazy. Like that's really good money, all from your computer, anywhere in the world, just with Wi-Fi. And the company would pay you out 70% of your profits. So if you make 10 grand for the month, the company's gonna pay you 7,000 for the month. And you can do this while you still have your job, while you still taking care of your kids, whatever your hobbies may be. You can still do this part-time. So I just want to shed some light on you guys and just show this opportunity to you guys, because when somebody showed me this, I wish I found out sooner, you know. But FTMO, you guys go on their website. Go back to Tyreke. Let me break it down to them real quick. The
that's it
numbers.
right there.
So the trading period, you have, if you want to, you have to take a challenge to prove that you can trade, but you have to meet the requirements that the challenge provides. So minimum trading days are 10. So let's say, for example, you're gonna do the what's that? The 100K?
Yeah, it's 100K.
Okay. Minimum trade days is 10 days. So you have to trade a minimum of 10 days. You have up to 30 days to pass this challenge, which is the requirements. Maximum daily loss is $5,000, which means the max you can lose in a day is $5,000. Maximum loss overall means you can lose $10,000 on an account. So let's say, for example, you lose 2,500 one day, 2,500 another day, 2,500 a day again, and then you lose 2,500 again that fourth day. You're capped out at your max loss of $10,000. But if you lose $6,000 in one day, now you lost. You failed your challenge because you lost overall your max daily loss. I hope you guys understand that. And your profit target is $10,000. So you have up to 30 days to make $10,000 on $100,000 without going below $5,000 a day, including floating trades and drawdown. And you can't go below $10,000 at any time at all.
Can you repeat that one more time?
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. They will give you up to 100. The company will give you up to $100,000 to trade for them. Well, more than that, actually. I believe 400,000 or 200,000. I think they double it to 4. You have 30 days to pass their requirements, and you have to trade a minimum of 10 days. So maximum daily loss is $5,000. The max you can lose in one day is 5,000. The max you can lose overall over the whole entire 30 days is 10,000. If you go anything below 10,000 within the span of 30 days, you lose. But if you go below 5,000 in one day, you lose. You can't lose more than 5,000 in a day. Your profit target, you have to make at least $10,000 on the $100,000 within 30 days. But you just have to know the little fine details. Now, once you pass the challenge, you move on to something called the verification, which is step 2. Step 1 is what I just told you. Step 2 is you kind of have to do exactly what you did again, but in twice the time, and you have to make half as much money. So instead of making 10,000 the first time, you only make 5,000. And instead of doing it in 30 days, they give you 60 days. And once you show them that you could do that, step 1 and step 2, now you become a trader, a funded trader. I actually should have invited my friend of mine on this call. He actually made 77,000 November last year. Yeah, he made 77,000. The company paid him out 77,000 from this company, from the same opportunity. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get to that level. So I have friends that actually are doing things like that and are doing it, and I know people that are making good money. I have the skill. It's just I'm trying to put myself in the same position as well. And when I do, I'll feel free and be happy to do another interview with you guys as well.
Definitely, man. Appreciate that, man.
No problem, man.
Appreciate you guys sharing that. I actually repeat so for those who missed it can hear it again. And this can always be replayed, over and over. That's why it's on the YouTube. It can be shared. So the information is here. Thank you guys.
You're welcome. And another thing I always want to touch. Um, when I first started trading, right, I put like $50 in my account, started with like little money to see if I can turn $50 to $1,000. And that's what attracts us to trading in the first place, knowing that we can turn nothing to something in a matter of whatever we decide to do, right? But we most likely want it quick, right? And that right there is the beginning of your downfall. As soon as you go in there with that mindset, you're going to lose because you're trying to make 100% on your account in every single trade. You want to turn your $50 account to $100 in the same day. You want to make 100%. You got to understand trading is percentage based.
Yep.
It's nothing else but based off all percentages. So you have to understand percentages. Once you understand percentages and you know what I showed you, the basics of what I just showed you, you're gonna become a monster. So I didn't say exactly. If I didn't break down everything to the T of how to do what I just explained, that'll be like in a course or something that I'll sell. Me and Tyreke. Tyreke also has a course. But that right there is the basic fundamentals of trading. You have to understand percentages. Imagine trying to make 10% or 1% on $100. Who wants to make 10 cents? Who wants to make 1 cent? Who wants to put 15 minutes of their life to make 1 cent? You're better off going to a job getting $8 an hour or 10, 20 hour because the time is not gonna weigh out for 20 cents. That's the only way you can trade correctly. You're risking 1%, 2%, 10%. 10% is way too high. Because as you can see on FTMO, the max you can lose in a whole month is only 10%. So why are you teaching your brain, your psychology to risk and to double an account in one day when you can't do that on a 100K account? Because you can't even risk 10, you can't even lose more than 5% in one day. And you can't even lose over 10% overall. So a lot of times a lot of people trade and they say, oh, it's not for me. I lose money. It's a scam, because their mindset is incorrect already going into the industry. You kind of understand what I'm saying?
Definitely do. And that's what turns, you just said it, that's what turned a lot of people away from even giving it a fair shot because their mindset's already the wrong way.
I would say don't focus on the money. Focus on the skill. Don't focus on the money. And then once you have the skill, you can get the money once you have the skill. Companies like that, people will invest in you knowing that they can make money together with you if you have a skill that you can prove that you know how to trade. Like the companies,
Yep.
the FTMO is the perfect example of that. Perfect. But with that being said, I'm done with it. You guys want to know more about FTMO, you guys can go on the website. You guys can message me on Instagram at FX Ambition.
Before anyone else go, you just said focus on the skill and not so much the money. And founding players came to be because of 6 basketball players, and I wanted to teach them financial literacy off the court. Can't just play your life away. And when it's a nonprofit, so when I go and present myself to get money to help these kids play basketball, the companies that's investing in us, they want to know what we're teaching these kids. They want to come and sit in the gym and watch these kids practice before they actually invest their money. A lot of people with money, say rich people or middle class people who have the money to actually give to some, basketball program or any program that's helping anyone, they're going to want to see where their money is going. They're going to want to see your skill set. They want to see, is this team that I'm investing in good enough for me to, support them? So the skill is the most important thing that people want to see, so you definitely want to make sure you have the skill, to participate and to prove to people that they can trust and believe in you. So any business that you go in, you have to, make sure your skill is up to par.
That's a great example.
Yeah. Okay, anyone else?
I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my screen now in case
Hey
anybody
guys,
wants to.
sorry I came in a little bit late. What's the topic of this discussion?
Let me introduce you, Phil. This is Phil on Savon. This is another.
How you doing, sir?
Good, and you?
Good, doing great.
You're welcome, Phil.
He also has a credit repair company. We actually should partner together, Phil. I don't know why we didn't, but we should. But he also has a credit repair company, a clothing line, and he's also a trader as well. So to just piggyback off your question, Phil, we were just discussing FTMO with these guys and a little bit of technical analysis, and just to give them some value. And if you have anything you want to say, you can be feel free to.
Definitely. If I could chip in when it comes to trading, I've blown about 6 accounts already, $1,000 accounts. So I could say I've invested $6,000. I've invested more, but blown very fast. Like Anthony was saying earlier, due to greed. I recommend to everyone in here, if you haven't read the book Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, it's a very good book on trading psychology and discipline when it comes to trading. A lot of us, we come into this trading aspect as if the trading aspect was a 9-to-5 aspect, as if the trading aspect was a Caribbean culture-based aspect. Like, we have to look at trading. With trading, you create your own world. And he's saying in the book that a lot of us are attached to that dollar because of the habits we were taught, the beliefs we were taught about the dollar. He's saying that a lot of people fail with trading just because they're so attached to that dollar. Like Anthony was saying, you don't have to win 10 out of 10 trades to make money. You could win 4 out of 10 trades and make money if the risk is proper. Like he said, 1 to 4%. You can't over leverage more than 4% and expect to grow when all of your leverage is running out. So if I recommend anything to anyone, and I had to learn the stubborn way, like I'm on Instagram, I'm a millennial. I see everybody driving a freaking McLaren. Everybody's wearing Balenciaga. But at the end of the day, I had to put my pride to the side and focus more on, like you guys said, the skill. And for me, psych and risk management. And I just recommend everyone in this chat. It's not even about learning the candles. The candles, yes, it's an essential part to trading. But risk management and psychology, I believe, is 95% of trading. I'm going to be real. It doesn't take 6 years to learn what a bullish engulfing and what a pin bar is. It doesn't take 6 years to learn that. It does take time to learn discipline and to pretty much create your own trading style and plan. You have to stick to the plan. When you go to the gym, if you don't have a plan, you're never going to gain mass. Like if you have a relationship with a female or a male and you don't have a plan, the relationship's going to end in 6 months. This trading, what I'm recommending to everyone, have a plan, strong psych, strong discipline, and very, 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 very disciplined with the risk management, and you'll grow. That's all I had to say on trading, really.
Hey, well said. Anybody else? Anybody got anything before I jump in?
Yeah, discipline is everything, bro, because without discipline, you won't even stay in the gym. So without discipline, your account won't even be able to sustain and to grow because you're not going to manage your risk. Trading is risk management and psychology. But I think what takes so long is mastering yourself. That's what the problem is. Trading shows you yourself because the charts don't have any emotions, any feelings. The charts don't even know you exist. The charts are going to do what the charts are going to do. The person that's going to shoot yourself in the foot is you. You're going to stay in your trade when you know you should have got out at $100, but you wanted to make 1,000. But in the beginning, you didn't have nothing. So you should have humbled yourself and say, you know what? Based on percentages, I caught my 10 pips. I want to go for 40. Let me just close out a little early.
But I have one last thing to say about that, Anthony, not to cut you off. Guys, if you're having a bad day, that's going to affect your trading psychology. If you just went through a breakup, something happened at work, you got written up, child, got injured at school, I recommend not trading for that day because your psyche is going to be emotionally off. I've blown accounts like that, overthinking about stuff that I couldn't control, and I'm over here trading at nighttime when something happened at work or something happened with a family member, and I'm thinking about that and not thinking about the probabilities of what the market could do. You're going to blow an account like that. My bad to cut you off, Anthony.
You're good, bro. I'm glad you actually said what you said because you don't even want to trade when you need money. if that make any sense. Even though you're trading for money, right? You don't want to trade when you're desperate for money, because if you're trading when you're desperate for money, you already know how that's gonna go. If you
Not
don't,
good.
you're gonna over leverage. You're gonna risk. You're not gonna get out when you're supposed to. You might say, "Oh, it might go up a little more. Let me stay in a little longer," and before you know it, you blink and it's all the way back negative. So just be humble on the chart. You gotta understand the charts don't owe you anything. Sometimes it's good to not even have goals on the charts. Like, you know what? I want to make 100 today. The market might not even give you 100. It might give you only 40. You're better off taking the 40 before you lose 60 or you lose 40. So sometimes it's just good just to walk away. Take what you get and just walk away, and then have discipline. And that right there is the discipline that we're talking about. That right there, it takes discipline to say, you know what? I'm done for today. It's easy to just go in the charts and press buttons and trade and trade and trade 20 times. It's easy to just yell at somebody and to snap on them when they piss you off, but it's hard to walk away. It's hard to walk away from money. It's hard to, those things are hard, but those things is what will make you win in the long term. So with that being said, I think I'm done for tonight, guys. I gave you guys some pretty good gems. I don't want to over bombard anybody's brain here. So, man, trading is that simple, man. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I want that guys were well said. I want to just touch on what you both just mentioned and just use what I've done with one of my stock as example when you mention it's not about the charts. So basically, I'm a big fan of Moderna. All my friends who know me well, they call Moderna my baby. And you guys know Moderna, came out with their vaccine as well as Pfizer. And Moderna, what I did was I never watched any charts, and I just had gotten into the stock market a year ago. And all I started doing was using my knowledge, using my common sense. And I always say, if you're in a classroom with 30 people, majority of people is in the classroom not paying attention. I equal it to going to work and everybody's talking about something else rather than working. Same thing in the school. 30 people is in the classroom, most people are not paying attention. So with Moderna, I just focused on their technology. Just the same way we have Bitcoin and a lot of cryptocurrencies out there. Nobody's thinking too much about the dollar anymore. Times change. So rather than spend my time, saying to my, yo, why are they making a vaccine so quick? I don't put my mind on that because I'm not a scientist. I don't know what they have to go through to create that vaccine. So I'm about understanding what is going on, the demand, the coronavirus came and it's affecting the world. And we know that there's a demand. So now we have to find the companies because there's plenty of them. And we have to find the companies and we have to also listen, pay attention, just like you would do in the classroom to gain that knowledge. And that's basically what I did. I didn't pay attention to no charts. All I did was pay attention to knowledge, what the experts were saying, and all I did was made myself aware of what they're saying, and I researched, and I believed in the company, and it had nothing to do with a chart. But again, the charts can certainly help, but I've invested in so many companies based off of belief. I'll go as far as saying blockchain technology. Once I learned about that and realized, hey, this is going to change the world. This reminded me of when the dot-com era came about. And I'm like, whoa, let me go into Robinhood and type in blockchain technology. And I saw Mara, I saw Canon, I saw FTFT, and they were under $2. And I bought every single one of them. And I never watched the chart. And now they're $30, $40. So knowledge is power, and you could definitely use the charts, and I learned a lot from you breaking down the charts now. I think that helps a whole lot. But as you say, risk management, I definitely manage my money well. That's one thing I've always done. I don't waste money. I try my best not to, and I manage well. And I've seen my account grow I started on the stock market with $600. $600. And I won't say where I'm at now, but it's pretty high. $600. And all I did in the last year was use patience. That's pretty much it, guys.
Hey, how often do you guys do this?
Every Sunday, 8:30 to 9:30. But we normally go over a little bit because, we all are excited about what we're doing. So sometimes we go a little bit over, but it's 8:30 to 9:30.
Definitely. Yeah, I was at work, so I had to join late, but I'm definitely gonna try to catch it next Sunday for sure. I appreciate the gems that you shared, definitely.
Yeah, definitely, man. I've always been a great listener, and I've always been a great helper. And that's one thing I love about myself, is the fact that I decided to make it my life's mission to give back. And I started a not-for-profit organization off of the fact that I recognize that if you don't help each other, you're actually not going to reach your goals. When you start a company, it's not for yourself only. You obviously start in your company to help others. If you start a food company, you got to sell food to others. If you have a car company, people got to buy your cars. So for those who don't understand how to work together, that'll be a problem. So I suggest people learn how to work together. And I'm part of sports, and sports have helped me to deal with people, because it's not every time I want to be around certain people. But if I learn how to deal with the people that I don't even want to be around, they'll learn that they probably need to change so I could be around them. Because with my personality, they're probably going to want me around because I'm a very smart guy and I try to teach people and I try to learn from people as well. I use, for instance, the fact that I'm so excited about what we're doing here is because I love to help young people, and you guys are young because you guys are the future. And I always say, I remember when these kids was coming in the gym with the phone, and I'm like, you guys want to be professional basketball players? Like, seriously? You're going to bounce the ball? I mean, you're going to bounce the cell phone? Like, put the phone away. Because back in my time, we weren't using no cell phone. We was locked in and focused on bouncing the ball. But these kids, it's a different time. And I had to learn that. So I'm like, put your phone away, put your phone away. I was annoying to them because all they wanted to do was be on their phone. They swear they were going to be great basketball players bouncing the phone. But after a while, guess what? I started having my phone too. And they're like, Coach, get off your phone. So that goes to show you, man, you got to change with the times. You got to change with the times. So now when they look at me.
Thank you. Hold on. I think I have a fork for you. Sorry, but let me mute myself. I'm giving someone food on the road. 1 second.
No problem. So when I look at myself, man, I'm like, you know what? These kids taught me a lot. And they really did change with the times. So I'm a firm believer in letting the young people have a voice. You can't get caught up in what you used to do, because it's not about you. It's about what you can actually show these young people and what you can listen to them. You got to guide them and you also got to listen to them. My son told me about Gap, a couple months ago when Gap was like $5. Now Gap is $30. If I didn't listen to my son, I would have never bought Gap. And I was the one teaching him about stocks. And he came back to me and told me, I was shocked. He was like, Dad, buy Gap. I didn't say, why should I listen to you? Because he's younger. So, we live and we learn, man. So I'm definitely happy that we coming together and let's let this group grow, bigger and bigger because we need to help each other. It's no different than when I go on a basketball court. I don't even know some of the people that I've played basketball with. I don't know how that guy played, and I'll go out there and we'll still win games. Why? Because we came together to win a game. So let's win this game of life and come together. That's
Definitely.
it. I see.
You guys able to hear me?
Huh?
Is anyone able to hear me? My connection is a little bad. Is that anyone able to hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, I appreciate all the gems from everyone. I'm gonna end the conversation. I gotta get off the phone. I appreciate talking to everyone tonight. Everyone have a blessed night. All right.
You too, man.
And thank you, man. Appreciate having you.
All right, brother.
Yes, man. Good.
All right. Anybody else have anything that they want to ask? Yeah. Who was that?
Yeah, that was me, Anthony. I want to know anybody in the audience. We have 8 participants here. It's only like 3 of us, 4 of us engaging. I want to know what are the other people's thoughts on what I went over. What are your thoughts on it? Did I help you guys? You see anything that you learned? You know, can you guys help me with anything, or you know?
I'm gonna go ahead. Well, I guess I learned a lot tonight about being, you got to be very patient with everything that you do and don't rush it, you know, because rushing it would basically get you in trouble, you know. Have patience. So, you know, tonight was a good meeting. It was very good. I have a lot of things written down, and I'm looking forward to learn a lot more. Risk management. That's one of the best, you know, things explained out here tonight.
Yeah, man. Risk management is key.
Yeah, risk management. So, you know, so I'm looking forward to learn more from you guys. So I'll be here every Sunday. All
I'm not
right.
sure if you guys are on the YouTube as well. Is there any way you can type your Instagrams into YouTube just so
Oh yeah.
some of the listeners can get it as well?
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, we could also follow you guys on Instagram, you know? So
Yeah, man, me too. It's Pierre. Not feeling too well tonight. That's why I'm not engaging a lot on the Zoom. For some reason, not feeling too well at all. Well, I learned a lot from you guys tonight. I really learned a lot, and I'm looking forward for the maybe trying to do some day trading too. You know, because there's a lot of great information that was provided today. Good job, guys. Good job. And also, you guys are young. That's really good, man. I mean, young people, man. That's the key. More power to you guys.
Thank you, man.
You're never too old to learn, you know. So
Oh
put
yeah.
put a smile on my face to, like, you know, like things that we should have was, you know, should be doing when we were younger. We never had the opportunity, or we wasn't taught. But
Oh yeah.
you know, to be learning from younger folks is like a beautiful thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's going to change the next generation, because you know, at this age, if they're so well knowledge on these things, just imagine moving forward in life, how much better it's going to be, you know.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Definitely.
Good
Well,
job.
well said, guys. You know, and that's what evolving is. You know, we have to give it up to these young men because, you know, coming on and just stating that, hey, I have my credit company, hey, I have my clothing line. I mean, that's really, really like wonderful, man. It's like it's just amazing. There's not enough words to just congratulate you guys on, you know, just being young entrepreneurs, man. You know, that's amazing. You know, I wish I could find some other words to use, but it makes me excited to know that you guys are putting credit, you know, to the forefront. You know, because when you buy a house, for example, even if you bought that house for $500,000 and you had the $500,000 and you did not use your credit, you still have to pay your taxes and they'll come take that house if you don't pay your taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So do you even own that house? So what's the best thing to use? Credit. You know, a lot of people don't understand that. It's like hold on to your money and use credit. If I have $500,000, the bank will lend me $500,000. Why am I using mine?
That's true.
Yeah, so for you guys to even understand this at a young age to know, you know what? The world turns. Let me fix my credit and let me help others to fix theirs. That's actually how you get ahead in life. I think one guy I met the other day, I don't remember the question exactly, but I think he asked, would I rather fix my credit? Would I rather 500, I think it was 4,000 a month. I just use those two. Would I rather fix my credit or would I rather get paid $400,000 a month? And I mean, I would take the $400,000 a month for the rest of your life. I would take that, but I would still fix my credit, because I'm not going to just say I'm going to fix my credit and not get the money. I'm going to still take the money for life, but it's about definitely making sure I pay off my credit, because I have the 400,000 a month, but the credit is very important. But some people may jump and say credit. I'll take the credit, good credit. But guess what? You can mess up good credit, which is what a lot of people do. So if you choose the credit, you mess that up. But if you choose the $4,000 a month, you definitely can still build your credit.
Yeah.
So I'm proud, man. I'm proud, and I can't wait to see how far, this group of people, both men and women, go on the stock market, or just in general, the opportunity that's out there, from Forex to the stock market to any opportunities that we can take advantage of.
Anthony.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, what state you in?
I'm in Florida.
In Florida. You know anybody that do real estate in Atlanta?
Yeah, I know a guy. He's a big guy. His name is I can send you his IG. DM me on Instagram and I'll send you his page.
Okay, because I know a couple of people down there looking for houses. So
okay, yeah, I'll share them with you. No worries. And then
all right.
yes, sir. And then also, when you mention credit, OPM, other people's money, definitely. If you have 500,000 in the bank, why would you want to use your own personal 500,000? Why not leverage? You know what I mean? Why not? If you're gonna buy a house for 500, why not just put a 20% down payment? If it's your first house, FHA, and you only need 3.5% down. If it's your second or third, 20% down. You can go buy 3-4 houses. You could go buy one for you, one for your investment, then another one for investment. Some people may say, "Yo, I can't put all of that on my name though." That's why you get an LLC. Or get an LLC. Start doing different things. So it's never, you're never stuck. It's always just a matter of opening a book or connecting to the right person to give you the right knowledge you need to steer you in the right direction. Or even if you feel like, oh man, I don't want to buy multiple properties, 4 or 5, buy a triplex, buy a fourplex, anything under 4.
I think we might.
I think he chipped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Anthony, come back. He was doing pretty good.
Hey, Tyreke.
You're full of knowledge. You need to come back. You gotta come back, dude.
Lost me.
I seen some Wi-Fi where you at.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Where did I leave off?
You was
talking
about
triplex.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, like I said, you could get a triplex or fourplex, put down 3.5%, because anything under 4 is considered commercial. I mean residential. I'm sorry. Anything over 4 is considered commercial, and that's a different ball game. So you can get an FHA loan as long as your monthly payments are under $3,000, included PITI, principal, interest, and taxes. Once you understand that, you speak to your accountant. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm just giving general information here, but I have the concept in my brain, but it's just a matter of putting the pieces of the puzzle together and then painting your own picture. But definitely so much ways to be financially free. Leveraging credit. That's why we have a credit repair company now, because we want to leverage our credit, be a living proof of what we're saying, and then go help other people do the same thing as well.
Yes, sir. Wow, you guys are a perfect example of what the founding players are about. Because my organization is called Founding Players, and it's to accomplish what you are already accomplishing, guys.
That was $600.
Wow.
Hello?
Yeah.
Right here.
Keep going. You.
Go ahead, Savon. You could go ahead.
Oh no, I think I was finished, man. I'm impressed.
Oh,
Uh, do you guys do one-on-one for day trading? Like, one-on-one special?
yeah, we can.
Yeah, I do one-on-one sometimes. I also like when I trade, because I wake up around like 5 a.m. and I try to hop on the charts, and sometimes I go live on Zoom,
Okay.
so you can like watch me trade live. But if you go on my Instagram and you click the link in my bio, it says join my chat, and it'll link you to my Discord where I send the Zoom links out.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh yeah. Also,
Great.
on my Instagram, you can go in my link tree in my bio, and I have a free signal chat that I give free signals out, so you can make money with me. Sometimes I give out free signals because I'm still trying to build a community. I have the knowledge, I have all the things, but I'm still trying to put together. I would like to make a podcast. A lot of things that I have not, I want to speak about. So I just don't have a platform at the particular moment. So this is why I'm coming on, networking with you guys and networking with people. So if you guys want to go in my free signals chat, I have about 120 members in there, and everybody in there is willing to learn how to trade. So I'm gonna be working on putting together a course, but after I do what I said with the FTMO account of making at least $10,000, because I don't want to be the guy say, hey, I have a course, and people are like, where are your results? I'm like, I don't have any, but I know how to trade. Well, how can I prove that if I haven't done it for myself yet? If I haven't done something that you would like to do? So I don't want to be one of those guys out there saying, hey, do this, do that, and I haven't done it yet. So this is why we're started a credit company and getting our credit right first. Then we're going to go help other people do it. This is why we give free knowledge and free mentorship, and we don't charge for it until we are successful enough to the point we could say, okay, look, I can charge you $500 for this one-on-one. You know why? Because look, it made me $10,000 last month. But you guys are getting gems first because I know what I know will make me $10,000. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, thanks.
Wow, you got. Let me ask you guys a question, Tyreke and Anthony. Which school did you guys go to?
Oh, I went to Black River High School in Jamaica.
Oh, wow, in Jamaica. So you
Yeah.
didn't go to. So you didn't go to college here?
Nah.
Okay. Anthony, where did you go to school?
I'm in school right now, School of Life.
Hey,
I like that.
yeah, you quick with it. I see you guys are quick with it. All right.
So, question. You guys were self-taught, right?
Yeah.
Yo, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's the best thing. Yeah.
All
That's
right.
wonderful, man.
Definitely. Tyreke, I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
You pretty much give me a little history. Like, you born in Jamaica, right?
Yeah, I was born in Jamaica. My mom moved to Florida when I was in the first grade, and then for my second year of school, she decided to bring me to Florida. So I came here in the second grade. I did like 2 years here. Then she moved back to Jamaica. So I moved back with her again. Then she moved back here again, and then I did middle school here. And then after middle school, she was like, "Oh, yeah, go back to Jamaica for real this time, no." And I'm like, "All right, I'll come with you." And then I went back to Jamaica again. Then I did high school there, and I moved back here. I moved back here for my last year of high school because she moved back again for a job, and I was supposed to do high school here, but they wanted me to repeat 2 years of school, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm trying to get out of high school so I can start making money." Because in my mind, the whole time I was in school, my brain wasn't in school. My brain was thinking, "Okay, what am I gonna do when I get out of school? Like, how am I gonna like set my life up?" Because I already knew that once I get out of high school, it's time to make this money and set myself up for my future. Like, I'm not like I don't have anything against college or anything, but I knew that for me personally, there was nothing in college for me. Like, there was no subjects that I wanted to pursue, no topics. I just knew that I want to learn about business and how to make money. So I just started surrounding myself with business people, learning from them, getting the hands-on experience. And then that's how I discovered trading. Because I was looking up ways to make money online, and I found out about Forex trading. I did a little bit, watched a couple of YouTube videos, one on baby pips, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna open a live account. I put $100 into an account, and no, I put $50 into an account. I remember now, and I placed one trade. I fell asleep. I woke up. I was up $125. I was freaking out. I ran to my roommate because at the time I was living on my own. I was 18, and I ran to my roommate. I was like, yo, check this out, bro. I'm up $125. I'm about to quit my job. Like, this is crazy. I was hyped, but this is the funny part. Literally, after I closed out that trade, like 30 minutes later, I blew the whole account. I didn't know what I was doing. So, so yeah, I closed out that trade, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get another trade, I'll make some more money." I got another trade. All I was seeing was red. And I was like, "Oh, I don't like this." I closed out, tried again, saw some more red. I was like, "Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Let me close out again." Before I knew it, the account was blown. And I was like, "All right, you know what? Let me go back to the drawing board and really try this again." And it was a whole year of trial and error. Like I would build an account up, and I would just like I would mess up my risk management. I would always like blow it, and then I was like, "Yo, what am I doing wrong?" And I read a couple of books, and I started really focusing on my risk management and my discipline. Like once I got my risk management on lock and my discipline, I felt like I was unstoppable. Like at that point I was doing a little bit better in trading. I wasn't really making enough to like, live off trading or anything like that, but I was making a decent amount of money to pay my rent, my insurance on my car, stuff like that. And then I moved from South Florida to Orlando because my girlfriend, she was going to college out here. So I moved out here. We got an apartment, and I got a seasonal job at Target. At first, I got a job at a call center. Hated it. I literally walked out after 2 days. I was like, I can't do this, and I can't do this. I can't do the cold call. I gotta get out of here. So I left. Thought I got a seasonal job at Target. The season ended. When the season ended, I was thinking like, okay, what am I gonna do when the season ends? Because if I need to get another job, or what am I gonna do? But at that time, I was doing decent enough in trading to where I was basically making the same amount I made at Target from trading. So I thought, okay, if I really just focus on my trading and just keep everything on lock, keep strict risk management, I can probably survive off of this. And then that's what I've been doing for the last like year, is just trading full time, just make sure my risk management on 100. I'm making enough to pay my bills, a little bit extra to invest in my businesses, and I just keep it pushing. Hopefully by the end of the year, my credit business is very flushed out. My trading is up there. And right now I'm working on getting my FDMO funded account. I'm doing a challenge right now. I'm like a week in. I had a rough start last week. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I had the same issue I was talking about earlier, where I would be in a trade and I would be up like $300, but I wouldn't close it out. I would hold it because I would think, okay, I'm just aiming for $400. I'm just waiting a little bit longer, and then it would reverse and hit my stop loss. Then I would lose $100. And I was like, damn. Then it really messed with my psychology because I was like, yo, what am I doing wrong? And I realized, yo, I'm just aiming for too much. I need to keep my TP a little bit smaller to around 10 to 20 pips and just build a consistency because this is a new account. I'm a little nervous because it's a challenge. I don't want to lose my money. But now that I've gotten that, like that mindset out of my head, and now I'm aiming for less pips, I've made back everything I lost last week, literally just tonight. And that trade that I showed you guys earlier, that gold trade, I literally covered I closed out half of it already. I covered all my losses from last week, and I'm up 2% on the account. So hopefully by the end of the week, I can get the whole 5% past step one, do the same thing again past step two, and then I'll be funded. And once I get that funded account, then I'm gonna, really take this thing up to the next level. But that's pretty much my history, man. I had a very, very like, normal childhood, grew up in Jamaica, nothing too different, grew up on a farm pretty much. All my family's a bunch of farmers. I'm like the only one who was like, yeah, I'm not doing this farming thing. Like I love, I'm not gonna lie, I have a little garden in my patio. I love growing stuff, it's in my genes, but I don't want to be a farmer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to own the farm. I'm trying to be the businessman. Like everything I step into, I always think like, okay, I don't want to work for you. I want to get on your level. I want you to work for me.
Yeah.
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 There's
Well,
business
well
time.
said, Tyreek, man. I love parties. When I was younger, I used to love parties, but I never went. So
that was me too.
equal that. I love parties, but I never went, and that's funny, because I put it in my head that how about I be the one to love parties to just make sure I own the club and you come to the parties. And if I want to be there, I'll sit in the back and watch you party and throw the money that you keep blowing to me.
Yeah. That's exactly how it goes, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
Aim to be the boss.
Yeah, man, it's a good mindset to have, man, because when you're in position to own the club, it makes you feel like you're actually doing something with your life, like you have a plan, you know. And what's going to happen is, what I realized was, if you want to have a life where a woman respects you as a man, you have to be in a position where she has to look at you as a leader. Because a lot of times when women don't look at men as leaders, they're going to go find themselves a leader. You know, and there's a lot of great women out there. And a lot of the men who are leaders are copying those women, you know. So I would say for any young people that's younger than you guys who's listening out there, or even older, you know, just have a plan. If you have a plan, you know, you're going to find the right people around you.
Yep, and stick to it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Your vibe attracts your tribe.
Huh?
I say that's true. Your vibe attracts your tribe.
Yes.
You know.
Yep.
I'll tell you a little
Definitely.
bit about me. My family's born and raised in Jamaica. I was born in America though, but you know if it's speak patois every now and then, isn't it? So I could mix
Oh
it
Lord.
up.
Oh Lord. Nah, go ahead.
You feel me? But yeah, actually, I was just born and raised in Florida, actually, and what really got my mindset like this was a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. Man, it sparked the fuse in me. Like I read that book. I don't remember, I don't know. It's crazy how I actually got a hold of it. A friend of mine gave it to me. Oh, okay. My friend Andres just hopped on. What's going on, Andres?
So, bros, thank you for inviting me. Pleasure for me to be here.
Yes, welcome, man.
So this is Andres. He's a Spanish educator in the Forex market. He mainly focuses on Forex, and he makes a living basically off educating and trading in the market. So that's what he does. But I'm gonna finish my story, and Andres, you can go ahead and introduce yourself and tell them a little bit about what you do. So first, I picked up Rich Dad Poor Dad. I was actually in high school. A friend of mine was throwing the book around or something, and he's like, "Hey, some guy gave it to me. You could have it. Whatever. I don't want it." Da, da, da. I was like, "Cool. I don't know what it is, but I'll take it." And I actually kept the book, and I brought it home, had it around my house a little bit. I was like, "Yeah, this is the first book I ever had," and I'm like, "Whatever. I don't know. I have no idea what it's about. I'm thinking it's about a rich dad and a poor dad." I didn't have any idea. So one day I was on an airplane going to New Jersey, and I decided to open the book and read the book. And I was blown away. I couldn't stop reading it. Like when I kept reading it. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like my paradigm was literally shifting on the plane. And I was also moving to a new environment. So everything around me was uncomfortable and unfamiliar. So I was like, you know what? If I'm going to change myself and change my environment, might as well change my mind, right? So if everything's going to change around me, might as well change who I am, right? Try to become a better person. It doesn't hurt to read a book. So I read it. I kept reading it. And it's like, as soon as I started getting the information, it's like, I kind of felt like I was changing and becoming different than everybody else around me. I felt like I wanted them to know what I was knowing too, so they can be up to date on my knowledge. I didn't want to leave anybody behind. I was like, these people don't know the difference between an asset and a liability. They got 4 cars. They only need one. They got 4 cars. They buying all of these other things that they don't need, 6 TVs. And like, why are you guys going so hard on all these liabilities? And it's like, it's kind of hard to kind of tell a Jamaican person, you know, that without them saying you're too out of order or you're rude or disrespectful. So it's kind of hard to kind of shift their mind. So I kind of just had to leave it alone, you know. But I just ended up, and long story short, I had to end up focusing on myself. Then it just opened up my mind. That's basically what the book did. It just opened up my mind. And once my mind was open, I realized that, dang, like once your mind is open, it's like, it's unlimited what you can do. You can accomplish anything you want to accomplish, right? So when I came back to Florida, I said, all right, I need a little job, but how can I?
That boy gone again.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll come back. But till he comes back, who is here? Well, let me see. Andres, you wanna?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
You hear me, right?
Yeah, bro, go ahead.
Okay. So like I say, I'm from the inner cities of Fort Lauderdale, and I got a job close to, I would say, the coast, like by the beach, kind of a place called Las Olas. And it was my first time ever going to a high rise. And I'm like, yo, this is where I'm going to be working. And I went, they got interviewed. They said, I got the job. I started working. I'm getting paid to drive people BMWs up and park it. I'm like, this is like the life. Like I'm getting paid to drive people's BMWs, Mercedes, Ferraris, Rolls Royce. This is like, what more could a kid in his 19, 18-year-old ask for, right? So something came to me. I said, yo, I seen a black guy with a gold Lamborghini one day. And I said, yo, what in the world? He's not a rapper. He's in a suit all the time. I was just curious to hear what he did. I went up to him, I approached him. I said, what do you do, my brother? He said he does credit repair. Long story short, I got fired from that job because I kept networking so much. Every time I was not driving a car, I was talking to a guest, talking to the residents of the high rise, asking them what they do. How can we partner up on something? And I had no idea. I had no money, no connections, no partnerships, nothing. I just had a mindset and ambition. And I'm asking them so many questions, and I got fired. I told my friend of mine that I got fired. He signed me up in his network marketing company the same moment. I joined the company. I traveled to Detroit. I was making money. Like it was pretty cool. Then I decided to leave the company, started going back to regular like 9 to 5s. And then I said, you know what is something that I can do to make me money outside of a 9 to 5 job? Then I got introduced to trading. And then now I just started my partnership with my credit repair company with Tyreke. So it's like everything is falling into place, but it all started with the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, because that one book opened up my mind to just, I can't even explain what it did, man. It just opened up my mind. That's all you have to have is an open mind and be okay to talk to people and try new things, because you have nothing to lose in life, because we all cannot escape it. Like we all can't get out of life alive, right? So might as well try something, like give something a go. Just try. Like what's the worst thing that can happen? You fail. And if you fail, what do? You learn, right? So just keep going. Always have an open mind. Don't say, I don't need that. Say, how can I afford that? See, your mindset is everything. You may see somebody, right? You may drive, right? A lot of times I would drive with my uncle and he would see the mansion. I was like, man, that's a nice mansion. I want one. I said, would you get one? He said, no, I don't need all of that. And at first I was like, oh yeah, you're probably right. You don't, right? Then it hit me. I was like, his mindset is wrong. What do you mean you don't need all of that? It's yours for the taking, right? If you say to yourself, I don't need all of that, you shut your mind down from thinking of ways to create a way to figure out how to get it. But if you say, I don't need all of that, you would never, ever even give yourself the potential, the chance. You would never even give your mind the ability to even think of a reason to get it. When I see those kind of mansions and those nice cars, I say to myself, dang, how did they get there? How can I get that? My mindset is like, how can I do it? How did they do it? Then I'll ask them. They'll tell me. Or I'll think about it and I'll go read a book and I'll see. But if you say, man, I don't need all of that, you shut your mind down and then that's it. Your growing is done. Mm-hmm. Napoleon Hill says most men stop growing once they leave high school. Most people stop learning once they leave basic education. Most people stop learning. And you got to understand that school is only going to teach you how to make a living, but financial education will teach you how to make a fortune. And school doesn't teach financial education. So this is why we're on this call here discussing financial education, because we know financial education is not discussed anywhere else for free, much less anywhere else. And if it is going to be discussed, they're going to be charging high dollar for it. So yeah, man, that's a little bit about me. And my mindset right there, man. Your mindset is everything. Your mindset is key.
Yeah, man. Both of you guys have been impressive. Continue to do what you guys been doing. Things happen for a reason, and this platform is yours. Because when I created Founding Players, I used basketball to bring in some young men, and I turned around. I could have turned around and said, you know what? I done did what I did for you guys. Now go use basketball and let it lead you to the NBA, and that's it. Possibly you get contract and possibly you blow your money, because I was not interested in helping you to even know how to manage it. But I didn't do that. I came and I said, you know what? There's nothing in life that's guaranteed. So what we have to do is teach these young men and women that even though you're playing basketball and you have the dream of making it to the NBA, that's a professional basketball that you want to do. Well, guess what? Anything that you do in life that you're getting paid for is your profession. And that's what I told those young men, and women, that you are professional whether you make it to the NBA or not, because you're going to choose the job that's going to be something you love. And that's your profession. And this platform is you guys. If you know anything about a nonprofit, you can only be the founder. You can't own it. So that means if I created a nonprofit years ago, which is this one, that means it's yours and for whoever else want to be part of it. Savon, which is me, is the founder. This is for the people. And that's what people need to understand. You know, wrap your mind around coming together, because any nonprofit that somebody else started, as long as they allow me to be part of it, we're in it together. So this organization right here is for you guys.
Appreciate what you do, man.
No problem.
Did it.
Floor is yours.
Hey, yo, what is good, everybody? My
Up,
name
man?
is Andres. I come from Colombia. I'm living in Miami like 2 years ago. And well, just like you, Anthony, the first thing that opened my mind to like the whole financial possibilities was Rich Dad Poor Dad from Robert Kiyosaki. Because when I was like 9 years old, I moved to Panama from Colombia, and I come from a very humble, low class family. So I've never in my life seen money until I moved to Panama. I started like seeing all these mega mansions and huge ass buildings, luxury cars, all that, and all of that just didn't exist in my reality. It just didn't exist in my mind. So it was actually my mom who gave me that book, and from that one I just started reading everything Robert Kiyosaki had ever written, and that's why I like opened my mind to, you know what, everything is possible, like to the concept financial freedom, you know, like to the moment that you get to that point where you don't really have to do anything else for money because your money is already working for you. And that passive income concept, those things that I never knew, financial freedom, passive income, those were like my openers, I guess you can say it like that. And from that point, well, I did high school. I finished high school. I went to business school, college. I have like a international business degree and all of that, but that didn't lead me anywhere because you know the system. They want you to go to school, go to college, then find a job. But when you go try to find a job, even though you have a degree, they ask for experience, and it's like, dude, how am I supposed to have any experience if I just graduated? You know.
Right. Yep.
So I had to just find a way myself, and I started buying products and try to sell them for higher prices, just like anything I could buy, like in little bulks, like 10 pieces, 12 pieces. I'll buy it and then I will sell it individually to make some profit. And I was doing that with a lot of different articles and products. Then I ended up doing real estate, working as a broker, like a real estate agent. And in my cold calling as a real estate agent, I crossed with a guy that was like kind of a mentor for me in some way. And he said, yeah, of course, come to my office. And it happened that he introduced me to IML. And it was IML, the company that for the first time in my life introduced me to Forex. I had no idea what Forex was. And from that moment, they obviously were trying to get me to like invite people, recruiting people. That's what you call it. And but they showed me Forex at the same time. And when they did that, it took me like a week to realize, like, bro, I shouldn't be wasting my time trying to engage people. If people just don't want to do shit, I do.
Mhm.
So I'm not gonna be begging people to come and make money, begging people to come and follow their dreams, begging people to come like hustle for financial freedom. I wanna do it. I'm here to do it. So F it. I'm not gonna be trying to recruit anybody for success. You know, if you wanna be successful, you have to go for it, and you can have people around you telling you, but if your mind is not ready, it's just not ready. So when you are at that point that you feel you are ready, you got to make sure you surround yourself with other people that believe that they are ready too, because you can lose and waste a lot of your energy trying to convince somebody else like, yo, get rich is possible, be millionaire before 30 years old is possible, drive a Lamborghini is possible, all of that. So I just quitted on that and I completely focused on learning Forex, and it's been 3 years now. I've been consistently profitable for the past 6 months. It was a good 2 years and a half of struggle, learning, losing money, endless nights and all of that, but it was definitely worth it. Now that I am at this position where I kind of put together a strategy that works for me, that works with my personality, I guess you can say, and works with the way I look at the market and all of this, which is day trading, high risk to reward trades, small percentage of risk. So that way I'm not like impatient or anxious or none of that. I just risk a little percentage of my account, and I know if my trade goes positive, I'm gonna make 3 times that, 4 or 5 times that, and if I lose, then I lose just a small amount of my capital. I'm also working with FTMO, and recently I was just trading by myself, and a friend of mine from college texts me like, "Yo, bro, I've heard about Forex, but I have no idea, and I do not wanna like lose money trying to find a mentor and an academy, and then it doesn't work. I know you from college. I know if you're doing it, it has to be real. So can you please teach me?" And I never teach this before. Like, honestly, I was just now recently, as I said, like 5 6 months ago, I started like consistently winning, and I was like, well, I've never done it before, but sure, I guess I'll do it. He offered me to pay me $400 for a week, and I said, hell yeah, of course, it's $400, And from that point, when I was done with him, his feedback was so damn good that I felt something inside like, damn, why am I not doing this with more people? I come from Latin America, and if someone has it rough, like in this continent, it's those freaking countries. Like, honestly, like it's even hard for me to explain to you guys, because me coming from those countries, I see things here, and god damn, here you have so many more opportunities and ways to do things. Like, when you're in those countries, you have literally no tools to succeed, like nothing. It doesn't matter. It's crazy. It's so limited, your possibility to grow, because everything is connections, and the groups are very small, and they are very enclosed, and they don't let people in, they don't let other families in. So when I came here, and I see the way things are here, and for all you guys that are probably American citizens, yo, let me tell you guys, you have everything you need to succeed. Like, everything, bro. You have everything you need to succeed. It's just fucking make the decision and go for it. It's as simple as that. And yeah, after that, I started a free Telegram, and within the first week, that shit blew up to like 300 people. Now it's been a month, and I have 500 people in that free Telegram, which I'm giving free classes every Saturday and Sunday in Spanish for my Latin people. And those free classes had lead me to people that want to do like an intense 5 day course with me, and each one of them had paid me $400, and I have already 20 of them, and this has been like in the last month. So yeah, I made some money from that. Obviously, that's not the main business, because the real business is trading. and especially funded. So that's my focus. But yeah, it had made like a new income, and I feel really, really good when I get the feedback from people like, yo, I was so freaking confused. I had so many useless information in my mind. I was jumping from one strategy to the other. I was jumping from one session to the other, from one pair to the other. Now I'm just focused with GJ. I'm just focused on the London session. I'm just focused on one strategy, one methodology, you know, what kind of setups, and it's just way easier for me. And that really like fulfills me. I don't know if that's if I'm saying it right, but that really like fills me up inside, because fuck, I'm helping somebody else, you know, I'm helping somebody else. And just a few months ago, I was in that point that I was just confused and lost with so much knowledge that I didn't know how to put together and make it work. But I finally found out, and now I'm trying to make it as simple but effective as I can for them. And that's it, Maddie. Man, here I am. Here, guys, you have another friend. So however I can serve to you guys, whatever you guys think you can get from me or might need or want, just reach out to me and I'll be here, bro.
Wow. Talk about a good group of men. Anthony, thank you, man. Appreciate you bringing, all your friends, and I'm sure there's many more. As I said, this is only one avenue to all the avenues that we'll continue to build, because we're going to grow. I continue to talk and bring people in, and you guys are going to continue to do the same thing. So we're going to continue to put great people around us. And with the mindset that we all have, we're going to accomplish greatness. And we are already accomplishing greatness, but we all have goals. And every single one of us are going to hit that goal.
Amen.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. You sounded very, very passionate. To hear that you say, in your country, the opportunity wasn't there like it is in the United States. It just shows your passion. You can hear it in your voice. How much passion you have. I'm from Jamaica, and growing up in Jamaica and then having both worlds, where I grew up in Jamaica and then a little bit in New York, more so in the US, but I love my country because it's where I was born, and the opportunities there is not that much, and all the opportunities are here in the United States, and I'm proud of what we're doing, because in the long run, another one of my goals is to definitely help as much as I can help, for my country, to improve my country. I do what I can now, with the family members and friends that I have, with the little bit that I can give, because, it's tough to help, as many as you would like to, but you try your best to give the knowledge, to where people can also help themselves financially, because you can help someone financially, but they can actually do a lot for themselves if they just get up and go, and you mentioned that too. Just do it. Just go ahead and just do it. No excuse. You have no excuse why you shouldn't do it, and that's the bottom line. So I made the example before that with my nonprofit. If I wanted a sponsorship, if I got a sponsor of $10,000 this year, 2021, in order for me to keep that sponsorship, one hand washes the other. If a nursing home gave me, or let's use the NFL. Let's just say the NFL gave us $10,000 for 2021. And I sent the NFL a couple of the guys, all our program, and say, hey, go fetch the balls at halftime or whenever the ball, go help out the NFL. The following year, the NFL is probably going to give us $20,000. Why? Because we sent our kids out there to go help them out, just because they gave us a helping hand in 2021. So 2022, they stepped up their game for us, and that's what us as people have to realize. The more and more we lead by example. When somebody help us, we have to let one hand wash the other, because us keeping good people around us, that's how we do it. We got to treat people how we want to be treated. And people will always want to gravitate to you based off of your example that you're showing, you know. And that's why I love nonprofits, because they bring people together. You know, so this is allowing, this is giving the opportunity to bring you guys together, which it has right now, and we're going to bring more people in. And I believe I mentioned before you came on, Andreas, that this organization is actually for you guys. It's named Founding Players because I started a basketball program with 6 guys, and I named it after them. But Founding Players is a not-for-profit organization, and I don't own it. I'm just the guy who started it. So it's for all of us. So whenever you guys need this platform, it's here.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. I appreciate you guys having me on today, man. It was a pleasure sharing my network with you guys and getting on here to give some value, man. Yeah, man, hopefully, you know, we could probably do this maybe once a month, depending on our schedule. I have to actually end this call for me because I have to get back to a client and I don't want to get back to him too late. But yeah, man, I had a blast, man. I would sit here and talk all day with you guys.
Yeah, this was a nice call. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no problem. And like you said, I think once a month is a great idea. That way people can anticipate, you know, having all of us back on, and the group will possibly grow.
Yeah, and then they can see the monthly progress too.
Exactly. And you guys certainly do a great job of breaking that down. So definitely excited about that. Yep.
Yes, sir.
And just know that you guys have one supporter here. And I mean, you know, financially, you guys definitely have that support, because that's another reason we started this group too, is to be able to help each and every person that has their own business, you know. And that's one of the main reason why I am growing my portfolio. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. The same way I go into the supermarket to go buy milk every week, that's how my portfolio is growing. It's just become common sense for me to invest in certain things, and that's what I do. So it's happening for me based off of the knowledge, and over the last 200 years, the stock market hasn't changed. So I've figured that out. So I know for sure that my portfolio is going to grow. Every single chance it gets to grow is going to. So I'm on record to say that I'm going to hit my goal, you know, of becoming a millionaire. And I'm definitely willing to help out where I can financially. And that's for sure.
Absolutely, bro. I share that. You make money to help others. We are just a channel of abundance, you know. We should never just keep it. It should always flow. Yep. It'll always come back.
Exactly. Yep. Well, I won't hold somebody else up. You know, you guys gotta go, like you said. So have yourselves a good night. Andrew, Alan, whoever's on, you know, say your good nights, and you know, we'll end.
This was very beautiful, man. You know, everything was well put together, you know. So looking forward to the next chat. And I appreciate everybody on here, and you guys stay safe, okay?
You too, Andrew.
You too, man.
Thank you for the invitation, Anthony.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you, bro.
Okay.
All right.
Anybody else? Alan, Pierre. Pierre,
That's great. I mean, great convo. So it was fun, man. Always fun. You know, so last month it's been great and moving. Love it, man. Love it.
Right. I'm out. Stay safe.
All right. Have yourself a good night, guys.